He was lying alone by a deserted roadside, a rope tied around his neck and a muzzle covering his mouth. But despite being left there all alone, he was still waiting for someone to come back. Every time a vehicle passed by, his eyes filled with hope, as if he was thinking, could that be my owner coming back? But every car passed him by and no one stopped. Samson's story began when a friend was driving along a quiet mountain road. There were almost no houses, no people, just an empty road surrounded by silence. Then he noticed a dog lying by the roadside. When he got closer, he saw that a rope was still tied around the dog's neck with a muzzle covering his mouth. There was no food, no water, and no one anywhere nearby. There was only the sound of passing cars. Every time a vehicle approached, Samson would try to get up and look toward it with hope, but in the end, he was left waiting in the same place. My friend couldn't take him in because his shelter was already full, but he couldn't leave Samson there either, so he shared the little food he had, and Samson ate desperately, as if it were his first proper meal in days. After that, my friend called for help and said, "Please come, he needs you." By the time the rescuer arrived, night had already fallen. The road was quiet, and the air was colder than expected. But Samson was still there. He was still waiting by the roadside. When the car door opened and he was called gently, he came over immediately. He didn't resist or try to run away. Instead, he willingly got into the car, almost as if he knew this was the moment he had been waiting for. That night, on the way home, he was given a promise: "You will never be alone again." When they arrived, Samson was given water, food, and a soft bed. For most people, these things might seem ordinary, but to him, they meant everything. For the first time in weeks, he could finally lie down peacefully. His body slowly relaxed, his breathing became calmer, and he fell asleep, knowing that he was finally safe. The next morning, Samson was taken to a veterinarian clinic. Despite everything he had been through, he remained calm and trusting around the people trying to help him. The examination brought some relief, because physically he was doing okay. Blood tests were scheduled and his vaccinations were started. At that moment, Samson didn't need anything complicated. He simply needed food, rest, love, and reassurance that he would never be abandoned again. And that was when he was given a name: Samson, a name for a dog who had been through hardship but whose spirit remained strong. Within just a few days, his transformation began to show. Samson ate well, drank deeply, and started wagging his tail whenever someone spoke to him. The fear in his eyes slowly faded and was replaced by curiosity. Day 5 was another important milestone. Samson had his first bath, went on his first walk, and returned to the clinic for more vaccinations. Every small step became a major achievement. Every moment was proof that his healing had begun. At the clinic, they also discovered that Samson was already neutered and microchipped. That made everyone wonder about his past. He had once been someone's pet, yet somehow he ended up abandoned in a place far away from people. But Samson didn't dwell on the past. Instead, he chose to enjoy the life in front of him. Before long, he showed everyone who he really was: a gentle, affectionate dog who loved people. He loved food, he loved walks, and he loved staying close to the people he trusted. His trust in people returned faster than anyone expected. Sometimes, Samson would look at the people who rescued him with eyes full of emotion, almost as if he were saying, "Thank you for seeing me." Moments like these reminded everyone just how much rescuing one life can mean. In a short time, Samson's transformation became clear. His coat looked healthier, his energy returned, and his spirit grew brighter. The dog who once lay waiting by the roadside was slowly becoming a different Samson: happy, hopeful, and finally safe. Samson's story isn't just about one dog. It is about every animal that has been left behind, waiting for someone to notice and care. Because no matter how difficult the world can be, kindness can change the ending of a story. What truly helps a life heal isn't only medicine, food, or treatment. It is love, consistency, and the promise that they will never be abandoned again. Today, Samson continues to grow healthier and stronger every day. He is becoming more confident and learning that he is safe. He may have once been abandoned by the roadside, but that is not where his story ends. Samson is proof that second chances are real, and sometimes the kindness of one person can change a life forever. Thank you to everyone who followed Samson's journey, supported him, and shared his story. Every bit of support helped rewrite his story. And for Samson, his story is only just beginning.